Recording in progress.
Greetings, family, friends, and the world. This is Mikael Eric Harris, better known as the Juice, also known as the Alkaline Water Guy. How is everyone doing on this beautiful night? This is the night after, quote unquote, what we call Monday, and Monday was December 1st, 2025. That's December 1st, 2025, according to the Gregorian calendar. And according to all that, just sharing information about tonight is Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. Let me get that first. Tonight is Mikael's Knowledge of Truth, which is here we share information according to scriptures, according to the truth from the scriptures, right? So, as I always shall always do a recap. So, what recap me on today's information is on conversations that, well, some of it was about the conversation me and G1 had yesterday, and I was going over my point of view from what my understanding was, and according to what a lot of other people doing in this day and time, and according to the word of Yah, the understanding of the word of Yah, according and which is the difference from the word of man, the word of different religions, the word of anything outside of the Creator's word, right? And so what I was doing is I was kind of breaking down because, kind of picking up from yesterday, but not because also is his other brother I was also sharing in Mississippi, which is a friend of mine, and another brother I was having a conversation with today. Me and him was having a conversation. And we were just going over and sharing information. And what came out of that conversation is that some people have no understanding. And that's fine. Some people know they have it. Some people don't know they have it. Some people choose to not understand purposely or willingly. But the whole thing is that me and the brother who I was talking to on the phone today with, we were just having a conversation. We were saying it's ourselves that hopefully people get it. Whether they understand, don't understand, or come to the conclusion to knowing. We both were saying that we hope people get it, but in that statement, me and him talking, what hit me was Daniel chapter 12. Now, I'm only going to read it, but I'm not going to go through it because like I did in part 1. In Daniel chapter 12, oh, that's going to be a good one. There's 2 points. Yep, there go the other one. Let me get that right here. In Daniel chapter 12, verse 8, 9, and 10, I shared. This is what came to my mind while me and that brother was talking. I said, I understand now. I got it. And while me and him was talking, I just kind of went over it. I just kind of mentioned it to him. But I'm reading it now, and I'm starting this off just like I did on the part 1. In Daniel chapter 12, verse 8 through 10, it says, and I heard, and this is Daniel saying this, which is like a lot of people today, and I heard, but I understood not. Then said I, O my Lord, what shall be the end of these things? See, all the stuff that the Creator had showed Daniel from Daniel chapter 1 all the way up to this point, some of the things that he showed in visions, he showed in dreams, he interpreted King Nebuchadnezzar's dream, and many other things he interpreted and shared. But some things that came to him, he didn't understand because he understood about books in chapter 9. Beginning of chapter 9, he understood about books of Jeremiah. But here, it got to the point where he said, and I heard, but I understood not. Then said I, O my Lord, O my Yah, what shall be the end of these things? And he said, go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end, which is where we are today. We are in the end times of today, and all the stuff that's going on has been prophesied, and the things that has been going on we can see according to prophecy and according to the revealing, which is what I like to call revelations. Revelation is the revealing, but you have to have understanding to the revealing, because a lot of things in Revelations is of signs and symbols, because they was of a vision and dreams. John was mostly in vision and dreams at this time, but he's giving it to you in parables, where not only, I'm gonna say only, where the ones who has the knowledge to understand these things will bring it to the world. That's why it's called the revealing. So that's why I call it the revealing. It's called Revelations. Then it says, go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed till the time of the end. But this is what I told the brother. I understand now why people don't understand. And that's where this whole conversation kind of picked up from. It says, many shall be purified and made white. Many shall be purified and made white. A lot of people going to go through a certain situation where they're going to come to learn some knowledge, learn some information. But this is your key. And tried. The tried is for those who is going to keep the Creator's word and who is not. And as I was sharing, we got a lot of people today who is doing their own, they're making their own way, doing their own thing. People are becoming musicians. People are becoming entertainers. People are making it in their jobs. People are doing many things in the world today. Close the door. People are doing, close the door. Close the door. Close it. Okay then, thank you. Many people are doing it. That's good, Mike. You're good. Many people are doing their own thing today. They're finding their own way, but the Creator is called. That's why today this is called the call of the Spirit of Yah. I think I just called it the call of the Spirit, but I would like to call it the call of the Spirit of Yah but it's too long for my title, as far as I'm concerned. So it's the call of the Spirit. That's why this is called the call of the Spirit, because in the New Testament it says, my sheep shall hear my voice. And it's not Jesus talking, it's the Spirit speaking. And the Spirit is coming through me, through the word. Not me, for instance. It's coming through the word, because I'm giving you what the word is saying from the Creator. So a lot of time when the prophets are speaking, just like I'm speaking, I'm a vessel. I'm speaking according to what the prophet is saying, and the people are like the ones who come into that prophet or to the servant of the Creator by what's being said. But the whole thing is where you stand. You either standing for the Creator or you're standing for yourself out there in the world doing what they want to do. But 10, many shall be purified and made white and tried. Tried is doing what you want to do, or you doing what the Creator say do. But the wicked shall do wickedly. And this is what I was getting at. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. Like I was saying, there's a lot of people who think they're good. Oh, I do good. I'm this and I do good things. But they wicked. How are they wicked? They're not going by the word of Yah. They're either halfway going or they're just not doing it at all. I don't want to read that book. That book is tampered with. That book is this. That book is that. But like I said earlier in part 1, this is like the treasure chest and the map. The map is in here. The treasure is what you find in these words. But people choose to say, well, I want to go there. And the treasure, the map is right here. The treasures is in here. But people choose to go over there, out there. And the treasure is right here. The map is given to you right here. No, I don't want to do that. That's the white man. The white man did that. The Caucasian did that. They didn't destroy this and that. Who is the one that gave them the understanding to put it in here the way he wanted them put it in here to carry out his will, which is the Creator? The Creator said, if you don't keep my law, I'm seeing the land that ye know not. There you're going to serve other gods. The Creator still said that. But people don't even get that. The Creator don't do this. The Creator ain't going to do all. How you know he ain't? He's a gracious guy. He's a terrible God. He says it. He even said, I even broke it down from here. I ain't going to go there this time because I did it that, but I'm going to other places now. But in Deuteronomy chapter 13, he said that if a dreamer of dreams or prophet arise among you, and these dreamers of dreams and the prophet say things and they come to pass, I, the Lord, have deceived that dreamer of dream or that prophet. That's your answer. Creator deceived them. Why? Because they don't know his word. They're out there doing what they want to do. They're out there prophesying. Oh, this happened. And people get a flock going right after them. They following what that man said because, oh, he did that. He said that. So that's still the creator. And everything that's going on is of the creator. But your free will is you're free to do his will and you're free not to do his will. That's what free will is. A lot of people think, oh, I'm free will to do what I want to do. But I'm still going to be good. Nah. Your free will is that you have the choice. He ain't going to make you love him. I wouldn't want nobody who have to make you love me. If I have to make you love me, I don't even want you. Go ahead and do what you're going to do. That's just how I understand how the Father feels. If I got to make you love me, no, I don't need you no way. You keep going where you're going. Do what you're going to do. You ain't going to be a part of me. You ain't going to be a part of my harem. You ain't going to be a part of my house. You ain't going to be a part of my establishment. If I got to make you love me. If you don't want to feel you got to search for me on your own, I don't want you. That's just like a woman. My wife loves me. And I know it. I ain't gotta, I gotta do this to make her please me. I gotta do all this. I ain't gotta do none of that. I know my wife loves me. I know it. And when you know something, it's a whole different story. So by me knowing my wife loves me, I would do for her whatever I can as long as it's of the Creator and of the law. Because I know she's going to do what she can for me if I need it. That's the love I'm speaking of. But when you got to make someone love you and you don't really want to search me because you think that the Caucasian, I'm the one who made, I'm saying me, but it's the Creator who gave them the information to put it in there the way he wanted it put in there. Why? To carry his word out. But the people can't even see. They have no, that's why I said the wise, it said, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand. But the wise shall understand. See, people who has wisdom can understand and see what's going on. That's the real wisdom. That's the people who are really wise, because they can sit back there. See, the Creator said it. He said he's going to do it, and he's going to do it whatever way he decides he's going to do it. That's wise, because you have an understanding. But the wicked going to do what they want to do. They going to do wickedly. And they ain't going to understand. And they don't think that wicked because I'm a good guy. I'm a good man. I feed people. I help people. I give people money. I'm good. But you're wicked to the Creator because you ain't following his ways. And that's just bottom line. Accepted or rejected. But from that point, I'm going to take it over here to 2 Thessalonians, 2nd chapter. And I'm going from 7 again, because I love to go for 1, but I'll be long breaking it all down when I go there. But 7 is my shortcut. It says, for the mystery of iniquity. And that's where we at right now. The mystery, which is spoken of in Exodus 2nd chapter, starting at the 2nd commandment. The first commandment is, thou shalt have no other gods before me. The second commandment is, thou shalt not worship anything, which is no thing in heaven above, earth beneath, or waters under the earth. That's nothing. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. That's mentally, physically, or spiritually. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity, the ignorance, the iniquity. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Visiting the iniquity upon the fathers, which is the parents, upon the children, unto the third, which is the Greek, and the fourth, which is the Roman, generation of them that hate me. And showing mercy, and showing mercy, which is grace. We're not under grace, we're not under the law no more, we're under grace. Because you was under the Roman Empire at that time, that taught you away from the law. That taught you from the law by giving you the New Testament and giving you that Jesus in the New Testament to carry out the Creator's word. That's the other God that you're researching and that you're living by. And then they've taken the name from the true prophet that came and put it in the place of the one that they still worshiping, because they still worshiping them. And that's the point they don't realize. Visiting the iniquities upon the fathers, upon the children, that the fathers taught, the parents taught, the women taught, upon the children unto the third, which is the Greek, and the fourth, which is the Roman generation of them that hate me. They hate the Creator. He's telling you right there, they hate me. Why? They ain't going by my law. They've changed everything. They changed my laws. They changed my status. They're doing what they want to do. They're not living by what I shared with them to live by. And showing mercy to 1,000 of them that love me and keep my commandments. That's for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out the way. Same thing we just read not too long ago. Over in Ezekiel chapter 14. He going to keep doing these things until the Creator will get him out the way. Verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed. Still talking about the wickedness. Then shall that wicked be revealed. Why? Because they still doing what they want to do. Even the prophet that thought that he was doing the Creator's word, but wasn't finding the Creator's word because he didn't study the Creator's word. He out here just prophesizing because he know that what he's saying is coming to pass. But he ain't following the Creator's word. I got a sister right now. Every time she open her mouth, God told me this. God told me that. God said this. And ain't none of it according to his word. And when you talk to her, oh, everything is the devil this, the devil that, the devil. Every time she open her mouth, I'm like, and then when you try to talk to her, you can't tell her nothing. That, to me, that's a reprobated mind. Can't tell her nothing. She's so far gone, and when she spews stuff out, she be lying. And she got people believing that stuff. That's what I'm talking about. But when you try to talk to her, you can't tell her nothing. She'll try to turn it on you. Can't tell her nothing. I'm not going to say her name, but I got a sister that does that. Ain't going by the word of Yah. She going by the spirit that's talking to her. Not knowing if it's true or not, because she ain't going by the word. And that's what I'm talking about. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom Yah shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And how he goes to with his mouth? From his word through his vessel. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him, whoever they may be, whose coming is after the working of Satan. How is it the working of Satan? Because they're doing Satan's work. If it ain't according to the Creator, it's according to Satan. It's according to the satanic forces. It's according to whoever doing anything wickedly. If you ain't going by the word of the Creator, if you ain't going by his law, you're in wickedness. I don't care how of an angel of light that you appear to be. You're in wickedness. As I just shared in 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 10 through 15. In part 1. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. You see that? Where did the power and signs come from? The Creator. Creator said, I'm the one who's doing it through you. But he gave you an out. Repent and turn back to his ways. That's your out. Whoever you may be, your out is to turn back to the law. Repent. Ask for forgiveness of the Creator and ask him to show you and open your mind to this truth. Then you may have a way out. Until then, you are, whoever you may be, you are in wickedness, and that's the path of wickedness you're going down. It may not seem like it, but you'll see, whoever you may be. with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness. You see that? They be deceiving and unrighteousness in them that perish. Why? It's always a why. It's a cause to everything. Because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved. You see that? They ain't seen the love of the truth, which is his law. I believe in Jesus. Jesus died for their sins. I ain't gonna say mine. Yahshua died for their sins. All these different religions and other nationalities. When the Creator said, and you know how I know that the book is real when it comes to Israel? He said you're gonna lose your land, your heritage, your language, your culture. What happened to the quote unquote so-called black man or melanated man in the country over here where we at now? Majority of us don't know who we are, where we're from, our nationality. Majority of us don't. But if y'all do, good for you. But majority of us that's here, like I said, the spirit came out of my wife, told her, she just came out, she ain't know nothing about Israel or the tribe of Judah. She was talking to a Seventh-day Adventist. Long before, she was a Christian at the time, long before she met me. Spirit came out of her and the Seventh-day Adventist talking. She said, I'm from the tribe of Judah. She said, where that come from? The woman said, well, what did you say? She said, I'm from the tribe of Judah. It was confirmed. The spirit came out of her twice. First it came out, she didn't know where it come from. It came from the spirit within her bloodline. I'm from the tribe of Judah. The lady said, where you come? What'd you say? Said, I'm from the tribe of Judah. She looked around like, man, where did that come from? That was Joanne. My wife said, where did that come from? She didn't know, but she said it, and then it was confirmed. That's how I know Israel is real. That's only one. The second one, like I just said, we are the ones who are downtrodden in this world today. Every other nationality could come over here and get paid by this so-called government, this is a corporation, off of our backs, off the funds that belongs to us. Off the funds that we have billions about that we don't even know anything about. But you can't tell most of these people because they know too much. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And the knowledge ain't what the knowledge you think it is. The knowledge is the knowledge of the Creator and the knowledge of who you are and what belongs to you. That's why you're destroyed. Because do y'all realize a lot of these entertainers that's dying, a lot of them being murdered, a lot of the people that got the jab because of the coronavirus, whether if man did it or the Creator did it, which is a force of nature, or whether if man actually set it out there, it still was of the Creator. People fail to realize, man did that. Man, the Creator allowed it. Y'all ever, like I tell people all the time, have you ever heard of the word acquiesce? Acquiesce is if someone asks you, and if you don't say nothing, you agree by your silence. You agree to whatever happened. If the Father allows it to go on, he agreed for it to happen. All the stuff that's happening in the world today, the Father is allowing it there because this number one, this world has to be cleansed up for all the wickedness. See, the wicked is going to do wickedness, but the wickedness is going to get his just desert by the wickedness that he did. Y'all don't get that? You don't get that? Imagine somebody doing something all the time. He been a bully the whole time, beating up everybody, doing whatever. You know, he a bully. He going on beating everybody up. Then you get a bigger bully. You get a bigger bully or a bigger person to beat up that bully. The bully already been doing what he was doing to whoever he was doing it to. Now you got either a bigger bully or just a bigger person to beat that bully up for all the stuff that he been doing. That's no different than what's going on now. All the lies that's been put down there. The Creator said it's going to happen. But it's up to the person to do it. If you have the mindset to do what you're going to do, go ahead. But you're going to get yours afterwards. I ain't going to have to tell you. You're going to get yours later. Because you got in your mind to do what you're doing. That's where free will come in at. I got free will to do what I'm doing. The Caucasian, yeah, this is our time to take, but it's how you do what you do. It's how you do it. It's not, it is what you do, but it's how you do what you do. People don't get it. We're going to be in charge, but we ain't going to be in charge like the Caucasians was in charge. We ain't going to be doing the stuff the way the Caucasian, because we are not that type of people. We are loving, wholesome, loving, and building type of people to do what we do, but we still know that we're going to, just like a man and a woman. A man is in control of his household. That's where it was set up. Got some men allow the woman to rule. But a man is supposed to be in control of his household. The woman is under the man. The man controls everything. The woman is the helpmeet to that man. She's a part of him, but she's a helpmeet to him. The man is the last say-so. Gets the last say-so, supposedly. Everybody run your household the way you run it. But that's where it was set up. The creator, the spirit, which is connected to the creator and us, man, woman, and child. That's where it's set up. So in that setup and in that order is how things supposed to go. So when the time comes, it's going to be the creator, the spirit connected to the creator, and upon Israel. Israel is going to be over all the nations. The nations is going to be under Israel, but the nations, Israel, they're going to treat the nations the way they treated us. All this was a plan. That's why he said that all the stuff that's going on was going to end up happening. They're going to turn, because it even tells you in the book, don't scorn to eat. Matter of fact, let me get to it. No, let me finish this up. Now I'm gonna get to that. I'm glad that came across me. Let me find it first. I think that's in Deuteronomy. No, it's in Exodus. I mean, that part of Deuteronomy I'm looking at. But I remember seeing it in Exodus. I remember seeing it in Deuteronomy. But I'm hitting it. Exodus just hit my mind. The Exodus 22 or 23. I'm gonna find that in a few minutes. Not say concerning violence, not that. Talk about when I might have to find it in 20. I know it's in 30. It's It's in 22 or the laws of human relation. That's amazing, Father. Here, go right here. Thou shalt neither vex a stranger nor oppress him, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. Ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless. Well, that's just right here. This is in Exodus 22. But 20 through 22, no, through 21, 20 and 21. Mainly 20 said, he that sacrifices unto any god save unto the creator only, he shall be utterly destroyed. 21 says, thou shalt neither vex a stranger nor oppress him, for ye were strangers in the land of Egypt. But let me go over here real quick in Deuteronomy 23. Deuteronomy 23. He that is born in private battle should not, Ammonite, because he, okay. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite. An Edomite is the one that's in charge right now over the earth. Verse 23 and 7. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian. You see that? See them two? Them two is the one who had us in bondage. Even in today's time, this is modern day Egypt. Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor an Egyptian, because thou wast a stranger in his land. The children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of Yah in their third generation. That right there gave you the answer to the reason why we're going through we're going. He said, don't abhor them people because of certain situations. These are the same people that came against us. Why? Because there was the switch to give us a whooping. The Edomite is ones over the world right now. Because he said that in the he said, when thou hast gained the dominion and has broke the yoke off thy neck, after thou hast gained the dominion from your after you gained the dominion from your brother, I mean after he gained the dominion of the earth in Genesis chapter 27, verse 40. So he's telling you right there, don't abhor them. And also we just read in 22 of Exodus about don't abhor a stranger. A stranger is any other nation. So this right here is going to show you about those other people, how we're not supposed to do against them what they have done against us. And this is what I mean by knowing the book. So over here again at verse 10 of 2 Thessalonians, with at the end of all powers and sign and lying wonders, 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause, there's a cause for every situation. That's the reason why all this situation is happening right now. It's a cause behind everything. There's a cause and there's an effect. There's an effect behind the cause. If you didn't do this, you're going to get this. You hit me in my eye, I'm going to hit you back. An eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. When the United States do something, but they're programmed for war. But anytime somebody do something, you're going to retaliate. That's the law. Because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved. 11. And for this cause, Yah shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Well, how many times he keep giving you that? How many times he have to keep telling you he's going to give you a lie? He's going to deceive you. He's going to make these dreamers of dreams and these prophets. It's me who's going to do this to you. Yeah, you can prophecy. Yeah, you can dream something and it's going to come to pass. But who gave it to you to get it? No different than who gave you this book. White man gave me that book. I don't want to read that. White man, this and that. You ain't went in until you understand it. That is talking against them in this book. But quick to put something down. Therefore, this cause Yah shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned. Who is all? Not all, everybody, all those who are in that position. That they all might be damned and believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. They had pleasure in the things they were doing because they didn't want to come to the Creator's word. And that's just the bottom line of it. Glad I did that witch column real quick. So now I go over and tell you about these silly women. Because this is another part that's true in the New Testament. 2 Timothy, 3rd chapter. 2 Timothy, 3rd chapter. This know also in the last days. When? The days we in now. Same thing Daniel said. Daniel just got to share. He got to saying, close up the book and close and seal the book till the time of the end. What time? What end? The last days. What it says over here in 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. Yeah. Did they make that happen? Or did people choose to do that? Well, we wrote it in the book. That's going to happen because they wrote it there. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, going on today, unthankful, unholy. All this is supposed to be prophesied about what's supposed to happen in these days. Without natural affection. Without natural affection, loving one another. Truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. And we got a lot of that going on. Despisers of those, I like to say, despisers of those who are of Yah. I like to say that. Because the ones who are good, they can be doing anything. But the despisers of those that are, I like to say, of Yah, but that are good. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers, there we go, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yah. They love pleasure and everything else, and they don't even want to hear the Creator's word. Having a form of godliness. There go your good. Here's my good. I'm good. There's good people. I'm good here. Good. I help people. I'm doing having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. Bam. Flat out. Having a form of godliness. How many people? Oh, yes, sir. Listen to that. Oh, yeah. God did this. And Holy Hill. Jesus did this. And Jesus did. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such, turn away. Turn away from them people. Turn from them. That's what the book say. Me, myself, I let people expose themselves. That's why I had a platform. I'll talk to anybody, anytime. I'm going to give them a word. I let people expose themselves. Just your words show who you are. By what you say, you do in your actions. My main thing is, it's right here. You expose yourself by your words, the things you do, your actions. All that proves who you are. So you are exposing yourself. I'm giving you the word. When you speak against the word, you expose yourself. When you speak against anything that is actually true, according to the word of the Creator, you expose yourself. So I don't have to turn away. I give everybody a chance, but no disrespect. We ain't going to have no disrespect in here. This is my house. This is my platform. Now, we can talk, we can share, but it's only so far we're going to go. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such, turn away. Verse 6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses. Okay. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women, laden with sins. We got a lot of them today. This is prophecy of the day. Look at the women all on the internet, all on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, silly women. I heard today, this woman had the nerve to say this. I think I saved it on my what you call them. This woman had the nerve. They on a platform. I seen one guy on there. It was a platform. And I think it was on Instagram. This woman had the nerve to say about abortion. She said, when she found out it's a boy, I want to abort. She said, we should, I don't know if she said we should, but she was talking about aborting the boys, aborting the men. I want to abort. When she found out a girl, she ain't got no problem. But I want to abort the men because the men has got society the way it is. The men is this and the men is that. It's because the men is that. So I'm aborting. I want to abort the men. And it was a sister, now there was an older woman on the platform. And the sister was just sitting there listening in the background. Then she paused it and said, we don't need the Caucasian. She said white man though. We don't need the white man for genocide. We got our own people doing it. Our own women is causing genocide. She talking about aborting the boys when it's the women who raising the boys. We have the women in one household. We have women in one household situation, and they're the ones who doing the abortion. We don't need the white man. Our own people doing it. And I was like, boy, it's sad. But you know what? They time coming. Their time is coming. And you know what? It's recorded. She said it. And the scriptures even said, by your words you're justified, by your words you are condemned. Like I said, I let people speak themselves. Speak your truth, which will damn you. Because your truth, whatever comes out your mouth, whatever your freedom of speech is, whatever your free will is, that's yours. You put it out into the atmosphere. You said it. Your ways, your actions, what you lead people to do is on you. I'll let you hang yourself. I'm just here, got a platform. I'm sharing and doing what I said I was going to do to create and give what I said I was going to do. If a person put themselves out there, like I heard that one, now if that woman never said, I would have never known she said that. She could have repented for it. See, that's the point I mean by actions. When you do the act, it's a different story. She put it out there on internet, and far as I'm concerned, she could be promoted, because you got a lot of these women who are man bashers, man haters, and they could think that that's what they're going to do. They don't even realize what's coming. They don't even realize what's coming and what's actually happening now. People just don't even, this is what it says, the wicked shall do wickedly, and the wicked shall not understand. They ain't understanding what's happening and what's coming for them. But hey, I'm only a voice in the wilderness, putting it out there, and I'm a watchman. My watchman duties, and if you don't believe what my watchman duties is, read Ezekiel chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 33. I'm a watchman. My job is to tell you the information and for you to change. I'm a watchman. That's all I can do. I can't make nobody do no more, but all I can do is share the information. For verse 6, 2 Timothy 3 and 6. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with divers lusts, all kind of lust. This one female said, if a man can't take my butt plug and lick on my butt plug, they can't. He said, yeah, that's right. This other guy came me, that's right. You think I'm gonna lick on your butt plug and come out your tootie? And boy, these women is crazy. These females is crazy today. They crazy. They so into themselves, they think they the almighty themselves. Crazy. And they get online and will open up, like I say, they don't realize they condemn themselves. Self-condemnation. Self-headed to hell. Again, 6 and 7, last verse. For of this sort they are which creepeth into houses and lay captive silly women, laden with sins, and led away with divers, which is difference, lust. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of it. That's what's going on right now too. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. The knowledge of the truth is laid out for you, but you're ever learning. I got a brother named Nate. We always coming up in the knowledge together, like another brother like I was sharing with you earlier. Brother named Nate, we've come up. Now, like I say, he had been through a spiritual situation as well, just like me. But he went through his own way of going through it. But when we got together, when we ended up coming together, he shared his story, I shared mine, and we all was sharing situations. But this brother don't want to hear nothing from nobody around his age. He want to hear nothing out with that. Like me, he don't want to hear nothing. He want to listen to the elders. He want to go here. He want to go there. Not saying that he's not going to get it, but it's going to take him a longer time to get what he can get if he just had an open ear to hear. Because if we all are brothers and sisters, we all have a part to play in sharing this information. I'm always open to hearing information. But I'm also wise enough to know where to take it and where to get it from. I'm gonna listen to everything, but I'm gonna put the puzzle together as is needed. I come to understand that. That's how come I'm as wise and understandable to know the things I know today from the things I have come to learn in the time past. And I still tell you, I don't know everything. I know before I pass, I would never get to know everything. But the one thing I will know is the Creator's word, the Creator's law, and what He has put there in order for us to get into the kingdom and how to conduct ourselves. That there I got. But still learning that and whatever else that needs to be added to it for me to separate the good from the bad compared to what was taught. But a lot of people is ever learning. They're forever learning. I'm going to go here, this book here. But where do these books come from? This is a book, what I shared earlier. Black's Law Dictionary is a book. Where's my other one at? Yeah. This is a book. All these are books. But what's the true book that we're supposed to be learning from? According to prophecy and the things that has happened to those who went away from the words of that book. That's your key. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. That was second Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 through 7. And then I just got done before that. I did 2 Thessalonians, second chapter. I love to go from 1, but I've been going from 7 to 12 to shorten it up. But 1, it's the whole thing, break the whole thing down. And I was holding something else over here for a moment, or was I? Because I did chapter 14. Let it be known from there. Oh, bam, let me go back to what I did last night. Just to have an understanding of what we at what we talking about tonight. Even though this is the call, I don't know why my hand was on Deuteronomy 28, but it's there for a reason, so I'm going to hold it for a minute. It's there, and it's just there, bam. So I'm going to hold it there. So it must be meant for me to go back there for a minute. I know how the Creator be working with me. But I'm going to go back to what I did last night for a quick minute. Jeremiah 16, what the Creator said. And matter of fact, it's in Deuteronomy 28. So I'm going to say it here, then I'm going to go back there and show you the difference in what's going on. And it shall come to pass. Jeremiah 16, 10 through 13. That's 47 minutes in. Let me go ahead and do what I'm at. I was thinking about going to the front of it, but y'all can read the rest of that and check it for yourself. But this is the reason why he's saying this. There's a cause and effect to everything. Verse 10. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore have Yah pronounced all this great evil against us? Why did he pronounce all this evil against us? That's what's going on today. A lot of people used to ask that. I remember Brother Polite. Why are we going through what we're going through? Why are we going through this and that? Why is this? Why is that? I even heard young Pharaoh say it. Why are we going through this? Why are the people going through this? Telling you right here. That's why. Prophecy. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall... Let me just say something, just hit me real quick. I'm going to say this real quick. I just mentioned him. I have to say this to let him understand why he's in the position he's in right now. Because I watched him for some time, and a lot of people probably have. Brother Polite, who I'm about to speak on real quick. Not putting them down, I'm just giving you a track record. When I first saw Brother Polite, I was in Atlanta. I was selling CDs and DVDs of knowledgeable information. And he came dressed like, I would say Pharaoh, but he came dressed in his garb, his kufi, dressed down, and he would teach. Because he was knowledgeable in Kemet. He was knowledgeable in Kemet. He would teach. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff I know. I have DVDs on him and a lot of other stuff, right? So I remember him teaching, and I had DVDs on him doing that. I watched him through the years. He was doing the teaching and everything. Now, I'm not going to claim the stuff they put on, because I know the system does that to cause you and catch you up. and do things in order to bring you down, like they did with Malachi York. I seen the situation, and I was there in Atlanta when they showed the documentary on what they did and how they caught him up. So back to the story about Polite now. So I just wanted to put that in there because a lot of people do different things, but they wasn't covered by Yah. I keep trying to get into understanding. I just gave you the understanding there, but I want to hit right from the beginning again. Brother Polite was out. He was teaching Kemet, Egyptology, or however you want to call it. He was teaching that information at one time. He was growing. Got big on that sense. Everybody knew Brother Polite. What it says in 2 Thessalonians 2nd chapter, 7 to 12. Till that wicked be revealed and taken out the way. He was doing a lot of information and sharing a lot of information, right? Sit back. I'm an observer. I'm a watchman. I sit back. I watch. He did good what he was doing. Then he ended up getting what? These wives. Had 3 or 4 wives. Nothing wrong with that. That's our culture. He had his 4 wives, whatever it was, he had his wives, right? Now he's got into real estate, right? Not real estate, my bad. Let me rephrase that. He got into doing, oh man, what they call them? They go to the down to Wall Street when they doing trade and stuff like that. He was making money, and he was going places, he was living on high. You see what I'm saying? See, the Father give you what you want. Did he not say that? I did not share that in Ezekiel chapter 14 and also in Deuteronomy 13? He give you what you want. All this time, he's living it up now. He's got these wives. He's living it up. But where is he at right now? Everything came to a crumbling crash. Now, if he was under Yah and living according to Creator, I don't think he'd be in that position right now. I don't think that. I would practically say I know that he wouldn't be in that position right now. But what he was doing, and like I always share, the money is of who? The fiat is of the Roman Empire. That's their money. The funds. Now, I'm not saying we don't use it because we have to use it in the society. But the way he was making it, it's still their money. He might have been making it correctly. He might have been doing right by it. But he got caught up. What did they say? What did they say? Y'all check out and see what happened that they said. But I'm not going to bring nothing else behind that because I don't know the accusations. I know of the accusations. But I do know that what this system will do to try to trap you up. And they will use your own people, use your own things that you do. And see what I'm saying? That whatever it is that you do, really outside of the law, is how you get caught up. Thank you, Father, for bringing it the way you do. They'll use your own devices against you. Your own devices, they'll use that against you. If you were innocent in the law, they can't use that against you. Because the law gives you how you're supposed to conduct yourself and what you're supposed to do. Like I keep trying to share with everybody. But you will get caught up in your own, because you know what? Sometimes some of us get so much money stuff. Hey, I can do what I want to do. You know, what you think these I didn't finish which column. Oh boy, but let me just hit this with you real quick. Revelations. What do you think? It slipped my mind because I didn't finish up which column. So I got to finish this up first. It slipped my mind because I got it. But the whole point in the whole situation is when the brother got so high, I've seen if he was going to come back, but he ain't came back yet. Brother got so high to the point where they used the situation, whatever it is they said it was, they used it against him. We just read it in 2 Thessalonians 7, second chapter, 7 through 12. Now, let's get back to the word of the Father right here. And it shall come to pass to when thou shalt show this people all these words, and they shall say unto thee, wherefore have, and that I said, young Pharaoh and Polite said, wherefore have we went through all this stuff? Wherefore, Lord, wherefore have Yah pronounced all this great evil against us? Or what is our sin, our iniquity, or what is our sin that we have committed against Yah our Father? They don't even know. They don't go and stuff. They did all this. Why are we going through this? You ain't looking in here to find out. That's why. Then shalt thou say unto them, giving it to you, because where there's a cause, there's an effect. Because your fathers, your ancestors, your fathers have forsaken me, saith Yah, and have walked after other deities, other gods, and have served them. What do I just tell you Blight was doing? He was over there in Egypt, talking to Egypt stuff. All that stuff over there, Egypt title. People talking about oh man, what you call it on the wall? The hieroglyphics on the walls. Egypt did this, and Egypt had this and that. And all this other stuff. So, forsaken me, saith Yah, and have walked after other deities, gods, and have served them, and have worshipped them, and have forsaken me, and have not, the key is, kept my law. That's all the Creator been telling us to do since we came out of Egypt, when he gave us the law, and before we went into the land. And ye, which is you, have done worse than your fathers. For behold, ye, which is you, walk everyone after the imagination of his evil heart. You doing what you want to do. That's your free will. The imagination of your free will. Do whatever you want to do. And not keeping my law. That they may not hearken unto me. Me is my law. And the voice when you hear it according to the law. That's what people don't get. 13. Therefore will I cast you out of this land into a land that you know not. Neither ye, which is you, nor your fathers don't know the land. And there ye, which is you, shall serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor. And this man right here, over here in the Americas and across the world, has not been showed favor. We're coming in place of being in favor. And when we are showed favor, it's because we're doing favor for the one in charge, the so-called Caucasian. You think Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson, which is another one. Michael Jordan. He was a high price. I hate to say it, but I'm going to say it like this. A high price nigga. You know why? Even though he getting paid, Nike was getting paid off of him shoes that day, even though he had a portion in. With the agreement that they made, Nike was getting paid. His coach was getting paid. His owners who owned him, the master was over Michael Jordan. Everybody, oh, pray Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Rest in peace, my brother. What's his name right now? Everybody is on his coattail. Dang. Got to be, but dang. All of them. All the different performers, athletes, they all got a master that's over them. The whole team ain't nothing but a whole group of field niggas. I hate saying it like that. I don't even use that word. But I'm using it at this point to give you an understanding visually to understand. These are this is the plantation. All these sports stars is in the field of the plantation. I'm glad you understand, my bro. All these sports stars, I don't care if it's basketball, hockey, football, baseball, soccer, whatever it is. They all are under the plantation of the master. Whoever owns the team is their master. What do they do to like Black Friday, even though they didn't change it from selling people to selling items now on Black Friday, as they call it? When they go to the auction, when they go and buy and say, okay, well, we want that nigga right there. They got Caucasians on the block. What's his name? Steph Curry is no different. Steph Curry, no different. We want him. Yeah, he gonna make us some good money. Yeah, want that nigga over there. They gonna make us some good money. You know, yeah, we gonna make sure he get tore up, but we gonna make the money. We gonna make the money off all of them. And guess where it's coming from? It's coming from them. Once they sign on the dotted line, gave their social security number, it's coming out of the money they're getting, the funds that they're getting is coming out of their account. They don't even realize it. That's what I'm saying. It's stuff I'm giving y'all tidbits of stuff that y'all may not know. They are getting paid out of their own account, their own trust account that they don't even know they got. And the owners is getting paid off that. That's why they get paid off all of them. So the whole thing is, this is stuff people don't know, don't understand, but the whole plantation is all those sports. And you know what the sad thing is? The people are really no different than them. They just not playing the game. They're sitting down, they're going to the game, watching the game. They're like in the gladiators. The gladiators, remember the gladiators be out there in the Coliseum, out there fighting and stuff like that? Fighting animals and other people, killing each other. And the gladiators in Rome, they'd be up, because they're the games. That's all this is, the games. And what's going on now? No different than then, the same as today. The helmets got the mascot on it. All the teams has a mascot. That's what you can call it. Detroit Lions, Detroit Pistons, the Chicago Bears, the Cincinnati Bengals, all these different teams has a mascot. It's all of the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire keeps getting paid off these people. The people get entertained by the games. Then you got some women don't even like the games. Their entertainment comes from the television. That's one thing my wife brought to my attention. When they didn't like the game, they went to go see theater. The theater is art. It's art. The theater gives you art, but they're getting paid off you. This stuff people don't know or understand. All this stuff is under the Roman Empire. You see what I'm saying? One way or another, the Roman Empire has engulfed this whole world. One way or another. No matter how much some people think that you might be out, everybody's a part of it until you get into a certain situation that brings you out according to the Creator's word. That's when you out. But until then, people think what they want to think. I'm just here to give you information. I've come to know a great deal of information, but I don't know everything, but I know what I know. So again, over here, like it says in 12 and ye have done worse than your fathers, for behold, ye walk everyone after the imagination of his evil heart, which is his mind, and they may not hearken unto me. Therefore will I cast you out of this land, which is what happened to us, into a land that ye know not. There you're going to serve other gods, and there ye know not, neither ye, which is you, nor your fathers, and there shall ye, which is you, serve other gods day and night, where I will not show you favor. That's why I was holding Deuteronomy 28. Here we go. Here we go. Deuteronomy 28. The curses. The curses. This is Deuteronomy 28. You have the blessings, which is the first part of Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14. And from 15 to 68 is all the curses. And this is a few curses that people may not understand that they are under. One point is right here. 36. 28, Deuteronomy 28, verse 36 says, the Lord shall bring thee and thy, let me come up a little further before I go there. It's a lot of places, there's a lot of spots in here. I'm going to hit 32 real quick. I'm just going to say 32, then I'm going to jump down to 35. Now, I'm going to read all the way through. Let me read on down. Let me read on down. Just these few right here. It says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them. Our ancestors did that. Remember Roots? Even though that was a made-up story from what was said. But remember Roots? And what happened to us as a people? Longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. Let me get 32 again. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. Even that's going on today. There ain't no might in your hand today. They say you're going to jail, you're going to jail. Unless you know the law. Because they can't really go against the law. And then when they try to like they tried to get me at 40th district court, and they tried to play me, try to railroad me, and I made appeal, and I won the case. It's all because, and I have to give all props to the Almighty. The Almighty was with me every step of the way, and I knew that he was with me, and I had all my confidence in the Creator. That's why I didn't worry about anything. I beat all my cases, one way or another. But again, it says, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up. See that? A nation, we don't even know where our language is, because now we live in a language that another nation took us from, our own people. Now we're speaking another language of somebody else. We don't even know. We call it English, but this ain't our language. See? We so deep into it that we can't even see ourselves. The fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not, they're gonna eat it up. And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always. Isn't that what happened with us as people? So why do people try to put us on the same level with everybody else? Yes, every nation went through that situation, but none has went through it like us. No nation have went through the situation we went through like we have went through. Verse 34, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. We're going to be mad, but what we're going to be able to do about it? Yeah, we mad about it. We still mad today. The white man this, white man that. Get right with the Creator and stop blaming others for the situation that has happened. That's the reason why the people in the position they're in now, they're still talking about white man. Yah shall smite thee in the knees. Here we go. In the legs with a sore botch that cannot be healed, from the sole of thy foot unto the top of thy head. Some of that they call it gout. Some of that they call it gout. Some of those things that happens. 36. Yah shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. I just shared with you earlier, the wood is the cross. Again, 36, Deuteronomy 28:36. Yah shall bring thee into thy king, thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, into a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone. Like I was just sharing with you before 12 o'clock hit. Wood is the symbol of the cross. Christianity and everything that goes along with that. Mecca is the symbol of the stone. The great stone in Mecca. You know what I'm saying? 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, and say an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword. That's why we call ourselves nigger. NBCs. Niggers, black, colors. African American. African Americans are two continents. Africa and America. Which are still named by two Caucasians. That we're calling ourselves after. Well, not we, not me. But people are calling themselves after. Proverb and a byword among all nations, whether Yah shall lead thee. Who shall lead you? The Creator going to lead you there. Why? Because you didn't keep his law. 38. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shall gather but little in, for the locust shall consume it. All these things he prophesied that was going to happen way back when they was in the wilderness. In the wilderness. But they can write it, and it's going to happen because they can write it and they can make it happen. Thou shalt begot sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail, which is going on with us as a people today. 45. There goes some points here. Moreover, all these curses, let me hit this again. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. See, this is the word of the Creator speaking. This is what he said is going to happen. This is the curse. This is what people is living in today. All of 28 from 15 through 68. It may not happen in the order that you're looking at, but it's happening still because he said it was going to happen, and these things are happening simultaneously one way or another. Till thou be destroyed, because, cause and effect, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yah thy Father, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he command thee. That's all he's been asking. But people choose not to do it. And they shall be upon thee for a sign, and for a wonder, and upon thy seed. What's thy seed? Your children. And upon thy seed forever. Why? Because thou servest not Yah thy Father with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. And that's even what you got now. People got stuff right now. They ain't even happy with what they got. They still, I got to get the money. I got to get the money. I got to get the money. Get the money. Get the money. They're not even satisfied with what they have. And there you go. Because thou servest not Yah thy Father with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things, for the stuff that you already got and whatever that he may give you. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. He's telling you, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yah shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. That's what's going on with the same thing I just said. They're not even satisfied with the God, but you want this, want that. They want money. Why you want money so much? We seen Polite. I just shared not too long ago. Polite was showing all them. He making money. Why he in the position he in right now if he was making all that money? He was going places, doing things, had wives. He was living the life. Why is he put up right now? And you know what I mean by put up. Not talking bad. I'm giving you facts. Showing you realization on information. And I'm just using him as an example. Sad the brother is in there. I wouldn't want to see the brother locked up. I wouldn't want to see nobody, especially none of our people. I don't see none of our people locked up. But the key is what I'm reading right here. The curse. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yah shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. God is all good. He ain't gonna do that. God ain't gonna do that. Why would God do that? God ain't gonna do that to us. He loves his people. But he gave you a condition. With this junk, people come up with unconditional love. God has unconditional, he have unconditional. Where'd that come from? Who made that junk up? We have people make up stuff all the time and think that God is, the creator is a part of it. That stuff in your mind. The creator give you love on condition. His condition is you keep my law is right here in 28. 1 through 4, 28, 1 through 14 is the blessings. The curses is 15 through 68. And I'm giving it to you right now. 19. Yah shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. Wait a minute. Who's got the symbol of the eagle? America. America. Now, this is supposed to be written way back when. But who is it talking against? And why is this happening? It's all right here. As swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. And when you go to Japan, you can't understand them people. No different if we were talking Japanese and they came and got us. We didn't understand these people, but we learned their language. We learned their language. We learned their ways. We learned their society. And their society is about money. Ain't nobody trying to go to the law, land, air, and water. Get some land. You're living on land. And you got water to grow your food, to feed your flocks. The land grows the trees to make your homes and houses on. But the sad part is everybody think money is the way. That's the Romans' way. Like it or not, know it or not. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Let me go over and get a couple of more pointers before we get off of here. Okay, verse 50. I'm starting 58 at this point. I'm going to take 58 to 64 probably. I ain't going to go all the way down, I don't think. But first, 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law, you see that? All the words of this law. Observe to, see the key is, now, that's what I'm saying with this other brother. Fear Yah and depart from evil. Fear Yah and depart. You can't do all the law. But what it says if thou will not observe to do all the words of this law. Observe means that you got to look at it, observe it, and do it as you can. You're learning it. You can't do, how you know you can't do if you don't try? If you don't present yourself to try to do it. You can't do all just fear Yah and depart from evil. How do you fear Yah? Just fear Yah and depart from evil. How do you do it? Fear Yah and depart from evil. Just fear Yah and depart from evil. Give me the roadmap. Show me, bruh. How am I supposed to learn to do it? Give me the understanding. Just fear Yah and depart from evil. I said, man, this guy done gone. He gone. Like a lot of other people who still choose to go their own way. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear, that thou mayest fear the glorious and the fearful name of Yah thy Father. See what I'm saying? He's telling you right there. 59. Then Yah will make thy plagues, you see that? Then Yah will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed even great plagues, and of long countenances, and sore sickness, and of long countenances. That means you're going to be sick for a long time. Do y'all know sickness is a curse? Sickness is a curse. When you get sick, there's a curse upon you. for a purpose. See, and this goes to show where people say, well, I ain't did nothing wrong. They start reading and find out, oh, I've been doing this. This be why now you understand why you were sick. You're going through certain things because you're not doing according to the law. The Creator's just trying to get you to get in the book to understand what he wants you to understand. Once you come to that, the light gonna pop in your head. Yeah, that's okay. That's the light. That's the light that he talking about, not just a light. I got a light right here shining on me. What kind of light is that? I gotta give me some substance so I know what to follow, what to do, what to see, how to follow. You just telling me a light. That's just like I said last night. They say Jesus, they say, give your life to Jesus to be saved. Give your life to Jesus to be saved. Jesus is the light. That's crazy. He died for your sins, so just do that. And so there's no work. I ain't gotta do, all I gotta do is believe in Jesus and I'm saved. Jesus is my savior. That's all I gotta do. Oh, but Jesus, that's simple then. Jesus is my savior. I'm saved. I don't have nothing else to worry about. How do you know what sin is? How do you know what sin isn't? Then Yah will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long countenances, and sore sickness, and of long countenance. 60. Moreover, he will bring upon thee all the diseases of Egypt. Here we go. Which thou was afraid of, and they shall cleave unto thee. 61. Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will Yah bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. Now, yeah, they can write that stuff in the book, and they can just write it in there, and they can come upon you because they can write it and they can make it happen. Okay. 62. And ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude, because thou wouldest not obey the voice of Yah thy Father. This is his voice. Because thou would not obey the voice of Yah thy Father, and it shall come to pass that as Yah here go your key right. He's giving you both parts. And it shall come to pass, as Yah rejoice over you to do you good and to multiply you. See, he wants to do good, but you have to fall in favor of his commandments and his word and his law. He rejoiced though. That's just like a father. I love my son. He's obedient. I'm going to give him anything. Like I said, my wife. I know my wife loves me. I do what I can for her, as long as it's according to the scriptures and the word of Yah. Now, when she started getting belligerent like these old heifers out here in the street, kick her out the house. Bye. I don't need to be done. I don't even need you. If she was like that, but if it was a filth, I don't have to worry about that because my wife ain't like that. I go with facts. And it shall come to pass that as Yah rejoice over you to do you good and to multiply you, so Yah will rejoice. See, he's going to not only rejoice to do you good, he's going to rejoice to do you bad. So Yah will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to naught, to nothing. And ye shall be plucked from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. And you know how many people think they so, well, I'm good. And you know how many, we all over there, he can get rid of you and so many other people that's going to take your place. You don't want to keep my law? I'm giving you a chance. I'm giving you a chance and chance and chance. That's why he's merciful. But you choose not to. Do just like he did with polite. Give you what you want. Bring you to what you want. Give you everything you want. If you're good, you still ain't going to turn. Now you have deceived yourself and now you gone. Now you're sitting somewhere where you don't want to be. You ain't got your wives with you. You ain't living the place of luxury. And you're in a whole different position. So Yah will rejoice over you to destroy you, to bring you to naught. And ye shall be plucked from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. 64. And Yah shall scatter thee among all people, scatter us as a people, among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. The Creator said he'll scatter you from one end of the earth to the other. What did the Caucasians do? They went and got us and brought us here to be, when I say us, our people, to be slaves to them. That's what the Caucasian did. The Caucasian didn't scatter nobody. We end up scattering because we was kicked out the land. We scattered and we went our own ways. But when the Caucasian did what it says in Joel chapter 3, verse 3 and 6 and 7. In Joel chapter 3, verse 3, 6 and 7. They sold a girl for a harlot, sold a boy for a harlot and a girl for wine. And then they sold them into the Grecians to make them so they can be move them far from their borders. How they move far from their borders? Made slaves. And Yah shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other deities, gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone again. The cross, and also Mecca, the stone. And among these nations, here we go. And among, I'm going to take it on down to 68. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But Yah shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. And that's going on today. Among these nations shalt thou find no ease. Neither shall thou the soul of thy foot have rest. People don't even realize you ain't getting good rest today. By the time you lay down, you got to get back up and go to work. You got to get up, go to work all day, come back home, get a few hours of rest, get back up. You can't even lay in the bed a full day and just rest. Even though the Creator gave us the seventh day because we work ourselves to death. But the point is, you can't even lay up in the bed and say, I'm just going to rest, I'm tired. And get up when you want to get up. I can. I'm in that position. I'm in that position to rest when I want to rest. Yes. And my mind is at the point where I can rest because I know the Creator got us. That's where I'm at. People have to get to that mind state on their own. And once you get the trust of Yah under your belt, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You're going to be good. Again, 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But Yah shall give thee there a trembling heart and a failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. Verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt. What's going on today? These cops, a lot of people scared to ride down. They scared to get stopped by the cops because the cops be ready to kill them. In the streets today. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night. Even when cops get right behind you, see them red, them lights, come on. Man, what I do now? I'll just pay. And thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance. You see that? And have none assurance of thy life. You ain't got insurance of your life as in living. Oh, you might get some death insurance. Yeah. Today they got insurance for your death and burial, but you don't have no insurance of your life because of the way that you're living. 67. In the morning thou shalt say, well, Yah, it was even, and at even thou shalt say, with Yah, it was morning. For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. All the stuff that's going on. I remember, I just hit me on Facebook. I remember seeing one woman. She painted herself white, butt naked on it. I'm painting myself white. All this dying and people dying. That was a few years ago though, before they got rid of my last page. I remember that. But 68 right here is something that people don't get. My wife kind of brought it out, but I'm here to share it. And Yah shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, right? By the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. We should see what? Our land no more again, or whether it was from here or from here, wherever it was. And there shall ye be sold unto, and here go what people don't get. And there shall ye be sold unto your enemies for bondsmen and bondswomen, and no man shall buy you. What are you sold for today on the stock market? Bond paper, which is called a birth certificate. That's your bond. Your bond in the stock market. That's why it says, and no man shall buy you. No man ain't buying you. They buying that birth certificate. They buying that social security number. You on the stock exchange. That's what the bond men and bond women is in today's time. But you're on the hook for the bond men because you're on the hook for the straw man. Some of y'all may not understand what I just said, but the straw man is what you call yourself by the all caps on your social security, on your social security card and on your ID card. That's not you. That's the bond that they call you. That's what this is talking. This is prophecy, see? See the prophecy right there? Everybody think of bondage. Yeah, we was in bondage at one time, but where are we now? See, y'all don't, when I say y'all, people don't understand prophecy. That's why I tell people, no matter where we at today, we talk about the New World Order. The New World Order started in 1913 to 1933. Anywhere in between that time, they came up with the information they came, the legalese and birth certificate, marriage certificate, the schooling. That was the New World Order. It just advanced throughout time. It started back then, 1913 to 1933. Either one of those times, that's when the New World Order started. Everybody have to have a birth certificate, a social security card, or an ID card in order to travel or to move around. You can't buy nothing without it or anything. You have to purchase Revelation 13. You can't buy or sell without the name and number. And as it get advanced, becomes the mark. All of it is a part of the beast, which is the system. That's what people don't get. But hey, is there anything you want me to share, Father? I know we are ways in. I guess what I'm going to do right here is give y'all understanding, since this is called the call of the Spirit. I gave y'all the curses, majority. It's time to give you the call of the Spirit. First thing, I'm going to go to Deuteronomy 29, and then we're going to go into chapter 30. We're not going to do the whole 30. But if I go in, I know I'm going to get started. But we already in, how much? An hour and 23 minutes, 33 minutes. Woo! I'm going to start it right here. The secret things. This is Deuteronomy 29, going into 30. The secret things belongeth unto Yah our Father. But those things which are revealed belong unto us and our children forever. Those things which are revealed for those who want it. The secret things belong unto Yah our Father, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and our children forever, that we may do, here go your key, that we may do all the words of this law. Bottom line. That's it. The key is that right there. But we're going to keep it on moving. The secret things, one more time. belong unto Yah our Father, but those things which are revealed, revelations, the revealing, but those things are revealed, that just hit me, belong unto us and unto our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. Verse chapter 30. And it shall come to pass, that's prophecy, and it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee. When all these things come upon you, the blessings and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations whether Yah thy father have driven thee. He said, I done driven you through all these other nations. And shalt return unto Yah thy father. See? And shall return unto Yah thy father, and shall obey his voice, according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all thy soul. That means that you're going to come sincerely, learning his word, learning his will, doing his way. 3. That then, not before, you got to come in looking first. That then Yah thy father will turn thy captivity. You see, he ain't going to turn your captivity until you start turning to look for him. You either going to go one way or the other. If you're going down this road and make it to where you're going, it's because the Father led you there because you didn't turn. But when you turn, then it says that then, this after you return, start studying, obeying. See, you got to, verse 2 is key. And shall return unto Yah thy father, and shall obey his voice, according to all that I command thee this day. That means you have to turn towards him, seek him, like we do when you get 18, 16, 17, 18. When you get in your teenage years, you start to seeking the Father. You start to want to see, what I've been learning just ain't it. I got to find the Father. I'm searching him. I'm seeking him. Now you're starting to search and seek situations. According to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children with all thy heart and with all. Now you're really searching him, not just ways. You're searching for the Creator. That then Yah thy father will turn thy captivity and have compassion on thee. Now you're going to start having compassion on you, start showing ways, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether Yah thy father have driven thee, scattered thee. If any of you be driven out unto the uttermost parts of heaven. That happened to me. I left Detroit, went to Germany, almost got married and stayed there, but he guided me from there. Almost got married. Got 2 boys over there. One of them, while I was there, she got pregnant, but she tried to get me back and got pregnant on the way because me and her was in love. But guided me from there. I was there for a few years, couple of years, 3 years actually. Left from there, went to Mississippi. Was in Mississippi. Now I'm starting to really learn, but I went through my spiritual awakening when I was over there. Got in Mississippi. Now I'm learning the book from Genesis to Revelation. When I'm in Mississippi, now I'm learning, because I started seeking them when I was in Germany. I was scattered from my home, Detroit. Scattered, went to Germany by way of my sister coming to visit. Ran into a woman over there that I really liked, and she was a good woman, but she wasn't my woman because she wasn't for me according to the book. I didn't know that. See what I'm saying? This is how you get to know the book. This is how you get to know the Creator's voice, the Creator's word. I was with her thinking that this is the one, but the Spirit guided me from her. Ended up going to Mississippi after going through my spiritual awakening. Now I'm learning the book, but I was showed over there what I'm supposed to do. Just a couple of scriptures here, a couple there, let me understand. Okay, it stayed in my mind. Now I'm in Mississippi, I'm learning the book from Genesis to Revelation. Now from there, 8 to 10 years, I'm in Atlanta now. Now I'm learning other information out in the book, but outside the book, because some of the stuff I'm learning, like stones, crystals, organized energy conductor, words, all this stuff. A part of the book that I didn't understand because I'm running it according to, I wouldn't say religion, but according to what the book say. But now I'm learning stuff that's still pertaining to the book that's in the book. Like, okay, I'm there for at least 10 and a half years. I'm saying 10 and a half years, but at least 10. But I'm there until I was guided to come back home spiritually. Now I'm back home, as it says over here in verse 4. Deuteronomy 30 and 4. If any of thine be driven out unto the uttermost parts of heaven, which I happen to me, from thence will Yah thy father gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. That's where I moved back to home. I'm back to Detroit, where I was born and raised from. Verse 5. And Yah thy father will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed it. This is where I was born at. This is what I was possessed it here in Detroit. And thou shalt possess it. This is the land I was at. And I know I have an inheritance here because I was born here. This is other information, inside information in the book that's a part of this system that people don't know about. See what I'm saying? When the Father opens your mind to knowledge and information, you come to understand things that average man don't know. And Yah thy father will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possess, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. I'm hearing that this may be our land in general, but who knows? 6. And Yah thy father will circumcise thy heart. He's going to change your mind and your heart, and the heart of thy seed, mean your children, to love Yah thy father with all thine heart and with all thy soul, and that thou mayest live. That you may live in his word. And Yah thy father will put all these curses upon thine enemies. Wait a minute. That's white man's book. That's white man gonna do this, white man gonna do that. But he said he gonna take them curses and put it upon them. Why? Because you turned back to him. You can't tell some people that people in their own mind. They think what they want to think. Put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, with which persecute thee. All them people that persecute us, that's why I don't worry about nothing. I done already shared situations when I was in Atlanta, female tried to come on me because of her friend and got cursed. Same thing. I'm telling you facts what happened with me. Which persecute thee. Verse 8. And thou shalt return and obey the voice of Yah, the voice which is his law, and do all his commandments which I command thee this day. 9. And Yah thy father will make thee plenteous in every work of thine hand. You hear that? He'll make you plenteous in every work of thy hand, in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy land. See, land, cattle, your children, which is your body, for good. For Yah will again rejoice over thee for good, as he rejoiceth over thy fathers. See that? I could stop it right there, but I'm going to go ahead and take, it's only 20 verses, so I'm halfway through. I'm going to do this, and we're going to cut it off. If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of Yah thy father, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which are written in this book of the law. That's all he been saying. That's all he continue to say. And that's all he expect out of us, to keep the law. And if thou turn unto Yah thy father with all thine heart and with all thy soul, for this commandment which I command thee this day is not hidden from you, which is thee but you, neither is it far off. See, he's giving you understanding. Why? Because it's right here in your face. It is not in heaven that thou shouldest say, meaning it ain't up there where you can try to, now you go to the excuse. Somebody go up there and get it for me. It is not in heaven where thou shouldst say, who shall go up for us to heaven and bring it unto us that we may hear it and do it. 13. Neither is it beyond the sea that thou shouldst say, who shall go over the sea for us and bring it unto us that we may hear it and do it. What we were talking about last night, Ethiopia, Egypt, Pakistan, or wherever, it ain't over there. Unto us that we may hear it and do it. 14. But the word is very nigh unto thee, in thy mouth and in thy heart, that thou mayest do it. See, I have set before thee this day life and good. Deuteronomy 28 gave you that. Life and good, 1 through 14, and death and evil, 15 through 68. In that, verse 16, in that I command thee this day to love Yah thy Father, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgment, that thou mayest live and multiply. And Yah thy Father shall bless thee in the land whether thou goest to possess it. See what he say? In the land where thou goest to possess it. Your home where you were born is where you have an inheritance at. A lot of people don't even know that. Why? Because all the earth is his. He spread us over the earth for a purpose that people don't even understand. I've been got it. Wherever we were spread over earth at and became rulers at and built a understanding of who we are at, that's where your inheritance is at. Why? Because we're going to be ruling everywhere we are. Everywhere we are, we're going to possess that land. That's why Christ said the whole earth is mine. And Israel going to be a kingdom of priests. Where? All over the earth. But people don't get it. That's what I'm saying. You have to have understanding of the Creator. But what does it say in 17? But if thine heart turn away so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods, whatever it is you decide to do, and serve them, no matter what it is, what it do, what nation, nationality, religion, whatever it is. That's what it's talking about. But if thine heart turn away so that thou wilt not hear, but shalt be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them. Verse 18, I denounce unto you this day. I denounce. Same thing he just shared in 28 not too long ago. This day, that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whether thou possess it, thou possess over Jordan to go to possess it. I call, now this is a proclamation. I call heaven, and this is, he's swearing. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. You see that? Against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings, I don't like saying be less, I'm saying blessings and cursing. Therefore, choose life. That's the name of my business and my product. Choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. He telling you, I call heaven and earth to record. What do we do in court? They record this day against you, and that's by your action. Whatever you do, the things you do is being recorded. Let me go ahead and put this down there. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore, choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. You see that? You and your children. You and your seed that you're going to have. 20 and last verse. That thou mayest love Yah thy Father, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life. You see that? You see who your life is? For he is thy life, Yah is thy life, and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land which Yah sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. And guess what the land he gave them? The earth, the dominion of the earth. Everybody that's looking at Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the dominion of the earth is what he gave. That's why he spread us throughout the earth. But you got so many people so religified, they can't get that. They can't see spiritually because they're too physically in tuned. So, I shared that to say, I thank the Father for all he's given us, shown us with his facts of his word. I might as well end it like this, since it hit me. I gave you the facts. I gave you the information. I'm going to give you two things now, since I'm looking at it. First, I'm going to give you the understanding of who he is by his name, what people fail to realize. Everybody look at creator as a physical being. I'm going to go from Exodus chapter 3, verse 13 through 15. And then I'm going to give you chapter 4, verse 21 through 23. One is to show who the creator is, according to his name. And number two is who is his son and his children. Exodus 3 and 13 rather. And Moses said unto Yah, behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, the Yah of your creator, the Yah of your fathers have sent me unto you, and they shall say unto me, what is his name? What shall I say unto them? 14. Understanding will keep thee. And Yah said unto Moses, he was just giving him an understanding, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you. Now he said, I am that I am. He is all things unto you what you make unto him. That's why he say, whatever you believe in, he's going to give it to you. On the good or on the bad. That's how I am that I am. But verse 15 gives you your key. And Yah said moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, the Yah of your fathers, the Yah of Abraham, the father of Isaac, the father of Jacob, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, the creator of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is my name forever. That's his name. His name is the attribute of what he do because his name is his law. The law is the representation of him. So when you say the God of Abraham, if you hear me, I pray, bless me thou, father of Abraham, father of Isaac, and father of Jacob. That's his name because he's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's who he gave his blessings to and through. To them and their seeds. That's why I say, Israel, only you have I known. But people choose to go ahead and do what they want to do. Hey, understanding will keep thee. And Yah said one more time, 15. And Yah said moreover unto Moses, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, Yah of your fathers, Yah of Abraham, Yah of your fathers, the Yah of your Abraham, Yah of Isaac, and the Yah of Jacob, has sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. That's the name of the Creator. So we call him Yah, which is, it says Jah in Psalm 68:4. They got a name. They got a name in the hieroglyphics YHWH, which you can't pronounce. Well, you got to put this and that, and you got to add YHWH is what it says. Nobody have no English language to put all this stuff. They make stuff up as they go. You can't pronounce YHWH as in a sentence or as a name. You can't. And you know something? That's the reason why people make up what they make, because they add to and they take away. That's the problem. Now, 4:21. Now we're going to see who his son is. And this is the reason why he said, Israel, only you have I known. Amos 3:2. But right here we're in Exodus 4:21. And it states, and Yah said unto Moses, when thou goest to return into Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in thine hand, but I will harden his heart that he shall not let the people go. For all the stuff that he been doing to him. You're going to harden his heart. Verse 22, and thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus prophecy, the voice of Yah, thus saith Yah, Israel is my son, even my firstborn, not one man, the nation. Israel is my son, even my firstborn. And I say unto thee, let my son go, that he may serve me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy son, your son, even thy firstborn. All the children in Egypt at that time, the firstborn died. Not just Pharaoh's. That was the representation of a nation. And that's what people don't get. But other than that, I just like to say that I am that Mikael in Daniel chapter 12, verses 1-3. Yeah, that's me. Showing the holy people who they're really supposed to be. Waking them out of their dead beds, which is really in their heads. For all of you who's living in the new, this is for you. I'm the same Mikael in Revelations 12, battling that red dragon where Satan dwell, who deceiveth the whole world but prevaileth not, because the horn is blown without a doubt. This was prophesied for you to see that Mikael is really me. We're going to end with the benediction tonight correctly, and then we're going to go into the we're going to end with the benediction. Then we're going to go into the Shema before we start letting everyone know how to keep in contact and stay connected. So right now, here we go. The benediction is in Numbers chapter 6, verse 22-27. And we're going to start right here. And Yah spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, on this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, and saying unto them, Yah bless thee and keep thee. Yah make his face shine upon thee, and be gracious unto thee. Yah lift up his countenance upon thee, and give thee peace. And they shall put my, which is his name, which is his law, his name, which is his law, upon the children of Israel, and Yah will bless them. Ma Israel, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai, Echad, Baruch Shegebo, Vakuto Iolam, Vaed, Hallelujah. Hear, O Israel, Yah our Father is one Father. Blessed be thy glorious kingdom forever and ever. Hallelujah. Blessed be thou, Father, universe. Thank you for the word that you shared tonight. Thank you for your spirit. Let your spirit go forth Awaken and anoint those that will share, take your word, accept your word, and do your word. We bless you, praise you, and thank you. In your holy word we speak, and in your holy word we say, and we pray. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Thank you, Father. Now, if anybody like to get in contact with me, you're welcome to call or text me at 770-572-5315. That's 770-572-5315. Excuse me. Or you can email me at lkhyym@gmail.com. That's lkhyym@gmail.com. And if you'd like to check out or get onto or check on the platforms like we're sharing right now, we're on, you can go to part 1 and part 2 on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. That's part 1 and part 2 on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And my YouTube, part 1 and part 2 is in the live link. Is in live, and you can go there by going to Pro 33. That's JUICE PRO 33. Again, that's JUICE PRO 33. All together, one word. Please like, subscribe, and share. That's like, subscribe, and share. Then you can also check us out on Instagram, part 1 and part 2 as well. On Instagram at L'chaim_the Juice. That's LKHYYM_THEJUICE. Again, that's LKHYYM_THE, JUICE. That's all together for Instagram, for part 1 and part 2. And you can catch us on Facebook. You can catch part 1 and part 2 as well on Facebook. And that is Mikael Harris, which is MI_CHAEL space HARRIS. That's MI_CHAEL space HARRIS. That's for part 1 and part 2. Now, if you'd like to see the full message that we share, the full message from Zoom, we put on YouTube, again, which is Juice Pro 33 on YouTube. And don't forget, please like, subscribe, and share on YouTube. That's Juice Pro 33, which is spelled again JUICE PRO 33. Again, that's JUICE PRO 33 on Juice Pro 33 on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and share. Also, we're on X, formerly known as Twitter. That's X, formerly known as Twitter. On there which still is under Juice Pro 33, which is JUICE PRO 33, which is Juice Pro 33 again, JUICE PRO 33 altogether on X, formerly known as Twitter. And you'll also find us on patreon.com/LKHYYM, patreon.com/LKHYYM. And we're also on rumble.com/LKHYYM. Again, that's rumble.com/LKHYYM. Now we're also on TikTok, where I actually just upload posts on there. I don't go live on there because they ban me or what have you. So I do posts on my TikTok, which I have 2 of them. The first one is just like Instagram, which is @ in the search engine, and LKHYYM YYM. That's the at underscore THEJUICE. I kind of went fast real quick. Again, in that TikTok, you put in the search engine @LKHYYM underscore THEJUICE. Now, for my second TikTok, which is Michael the Juice Harris, you'll put in the search engine the then MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS. That's all together. Put in the search engine MICHAELTHEJUICEHARRIS. All right. Now, if you like to catch up on the platforms on Zoom, you're welcome to catch us on the platforms on Zoom. We're on Zoom on the nights of Sunday, Monday, the night after Sunday, I like to say, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Night after Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, which is called Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation. That's Fight Fire with Truth, which is open conversation, 9 o'clock after Sunday, that night after Sunday. And then we're on, and that's 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Then we're on Mondays, night after Monday at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And this is called Mikael's Knowledge of Truth. Mikael's Knowledge of Truth, which is what we're on tonight. And that is on night after Monday at 9 p.m. That's Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern, Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Well, after those days in the night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Then we're here on Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. And this is Zoom only. And we call this Sovereign Class of Knowledge. This is Sovereign Class. If you're interested in learning on how to become free from the system, this is Zoom only. And this is, it's a teaching, but we're straight up teaching. You have to come there ready to learn. And that's on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Now, in order to get mostly into that information, to be there, if you text me, as I shared earlier, text me your name, number, and email. Your name, number, and email. I'll put you in my Google Calendar. Then I'll put you in my calendar. Let me start just saying that. I'll put you in my calendar. And then once I do that, it'll come up in your email. You will accept it, the information. You accept the information. Then by accepting it, you'll see all my the dates for the Zooms, which is Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and on the Sabbath day, which is they call Saturday. They'll come up, and then you'll always have access. All you have to do is go to your Google Calendar, open it up, and hit the link. If you don't see it in your phone, that may come up for a notification, or may come up in your email for a notification. That way you'll have it. So, and that's Zoom only on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. All of them Eastern. And last but not least, on the Sabbath, which they call Saturday, we're here at 12 p.m. noon, which is the beginning of the evening. 12 p.m. noon on the Sabbath day, 12 p.m. Eastern. We're here, and the same information will be in your calendar as well. And that's called Sabbath Assembly of the Righteous, which is really the righteous is supposed to assimilate, come together on the Sabbath day. We're not supposed to work. That day is set aside, and it's a sign. See what I'm saying? It's a sign to the Creator to see if you're going to do His will or not. So other than that, I'd like to thank y'all for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. And since Zoom has been on the longest, G1, you have a great night, And for everybody that come tomorrow, I'll see you there. And if not, I'll see you on the Sabbath or the next time I see you online. Other than that, I appreciate your time, your patience on Zoom. Love you, love you, and have a great night. And also, G1, I'll see you soon, my bruh. Have a good night. Peace.
Recording stopped.
There we go. All right. And over here on Instagram, this time. Instagram, I'm getting you first this time. I thought, nope, almost got you again. YouTube. Instagram, I'd like to thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you. See you soon and always. Peace. And there we go. All righty. On Facebook, Ali Yayu. I guess that's what I'm saying it. Ali Yayu. I thank you for coming again, bro. I hope you got something out of the information tonight. Please, if you get time, don't forget to send me your info. I would love for you to get in our class to check out the information and understand when the Creator said, "Come out of her, my people." This is what we're doing right now. So other than that, I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you, and always. Peace. And for over here on YouTube Live, I thank you for your time, your patience, your listening ear, and your seeing eye. Appreciate, love you. See you soon, and always. Peace.